ever wonder why women go to the ladies' room in groups and in pairs? That's because the ladies' room is where we feel safe enough to be vulnerable. It's where we go to offer support and guidance. In the ladies' room, we strategize and organize to take over the world.
Where do women go for honesty, strategy, guidance, and inspiration? Welcome to the Ladies' Room. Hosted by Roxann Smithers.
I'm Roxann Smithers, and I want to welcome you to the Ladies' Room. So today's topic, we are going to be discussing business ownership, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I have an amazing panel of business owners that are really going to talk about this issue and get into some of the honest conversations that we don't always see on our social media or on our websites when we're portraying the role of a business owner. So I'm so excited first to welcome Bridget Wiles. She's the Chief Operation Officer for APD Urban Planning and Management, LLC. Welcome, Bridget.
Thank you.
I also have Ciara, who is the owner of Adobe Group, a communications and design company. Welcome. And then last but certainly not least, we have Stephanie Richardson Parker, who is the co-founder of the Moxie Maids.
Thanks for having me.
Ladies, I am so excited to get into this topic because I know all of you are dynamic business owners. So, we talk about the things that keep us up, right? So what keeps you going? What keeps you in the grind? What keeps you trying to figure it out? Stephanie, what keeps you sort of in that grind?
So honestly, for me, it's fear. It's the fear of going back to corporate America. And I'm just
fear of a
cubicle. Fear of a cubicle. Because there has been days where my husband knows this, and I'll say, that's it, I've had it, I'm going on Indeed, I'm typing up my resume, and I'm about to submit it. He'd be like, okay, go ahead and do it. And you're going to be in a cubicle, and he says, you're going to be sharing the lunchroom with people, you're going to be all these things that goes on in the corporate America. You're going to have a boss, you're going to be giving you deadlines, now what you're going to do? So then I sit my tail down, go back to the business, and say, right, you know what, go back to Excel. And figure it out. But I think for me, it's just entrepreneurship is hard, don't get me wrong, but the freedom that you have, I know I could not go back to corporate America. Right. I don't have that in me anymore. Right. So that fear kind of keeps me going through all, I don't know if you can swear on here, but through all the bullshit that comes with it, that's what motivates me.
The ladies' room is not PG.
Okay.
So.
Just
Y'all did a little bit.
So Bridget, I know in your business, in urban planning, you are bringing things to fruition, concrete things. Mm-hmm. So is that what keeps you in it, or is there something else that makes you come back to the table?
That's a big part of it, because I want to see, if possible, the end result.
Right.
We don't always necessarily get to see the end result. We're creating plans. Sometimes we're in and out. We've been very fortunate when we create plans, people will call us back so we can implement the work so we actually can see it happening.
Right.
So that's the piece that keeps me going, just being able to make a difference and make an impact. And you don't get that in corporate.
Right.
You don't have the freedom to do what you need to do. You get a pivot, you can pivot, adjust for the client. You don't necessarily have that freedom. So that's really what keeps me going.
Now, tell the truth. We're friends here. Mm-hmm. Is it a bit of an ego stroke if you drive down the street and you see something that you were involved in from nothing to now there's a building or there's some sort of improvement that exists because of what you did, and you took it from idea or blueprint to
she's turning
concrete.
right.
She's
let me.
It is a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, because it is exciting to see, I had a hand in that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, I had a hand in that, that's all me, right? And so that has been a detriment for us, because my dad is the same way. We don't brag, we just do the work. And so when, folks, our young folks have come in, why are we not marketing? Everybody should know what we're doing. That's not what we do. You can go do it, but, just being able to know that you made a difference is enough for me.
Right, you need to toot your horn.
Yeah.
As long as the building isn't leaning, you should take credit for it. If someone's like, this intersection is horrible, they're like, I don't know nothing about that one.
Right. I'm just gonna keep driving.
Like, we had nothing to do with this roundabout.
We're getting better at that,
Okay.
and I am getting better at that.
Okay.
That's just making a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Ciara, what gets you up in the morning? What keeps you at
What
it?
keeps me going? My mom, my daughter, my family. You know, for me, my goal is I don't want them to work for anybody else.
Okay.
I want them to figure out who they are and what they like through the things that I've created. To have that freedom to know that you won't get fired. We'll just make something else work for you, you know?
Right.
Because sometimes I think that I can never go back. And I have been like, let me just look at LinkedIn real quick and just see what's going on real quick.
Is Indeed and LinkedIn basically sort of like what people do when they're going and they're looking at homes? Is this your fantasy? You go to Indeed to see what jobs are out there? Like people go and look on Realtor.com, look at houses?
Yeah. Sometimes you go to see like,
what's out there? What are people doing out there?
yeah, like what are they looking for? Or like, I know what I would pay me, but what would y'all pay me? And then when you see it, you're like, oh no, I was thinking a couple more.
That's a little more.
Right.
And then you scroll down to the benefits and you're like, that's it?
Yeah.
2 weeks? Oh no.
Goodness. Yep.
Yeah, so, you know, for me, it's like I just want to ensure that, you know, my mom she's getting older, and she doesn't like her. My mom works for the government, and they got some great benefits.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you have so many young people, the mentality is shifting.
Oh yeah.
And you have your parents and your aunts and your uncles, they just have natural abilities, and they just don't know how to use them. And I'm like, let's do something together. Like, let's make our name something that stands the test of time. And you don't have to shift. You don't have to code switch. You remember you go to corporate America, like, hi, how are you? You don't have to do that here. Like, you can bring the chitlins, you can bring the collard greens. We all gonna eat it.
Not the chitlins.
I mean, I don't eat them, but my family does. I don't.
I saw how they come about. I can't.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah. Anyway, but that's what keeps me going is my family and just my daughter to know that she can be whatever she wants to be. You can make up whatever role you want and you can make it work.
Right.
It's not. You might not find what you want to do on LinkedIn or Glassdoor or wherever. You can use your imagination.
Right.
Follow your passion. Use your gifts.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a part of it. There's this great power in being able to have an idea, have a vision, have a concept, and bring it to fruition, right?
Right.
You don't have to go through 5 levels of
procurement
or approval from the senior director, the senior VP, and walking through this committee.
There's no politics.
Right.
There's no politics in it, exactly.
I was never, ever, still not good at playing politics.
Yeah.
I could not, I'm like, how does she get up? I'm doing more projects. My projects are more successful. My budgets are larger, but she keeps getting promoted.
Yep.
And I know she don't like the same people I don't like, but here she is. How did she? I don't.
Yeah. And that was always my thing in corporate America. I knew I had a ceiling because I knew I didn't know how to play politics.
Yeah.
And it's a certain level in corporate America where if you could be good at your job, but if you don't know how to play politics, you're stuck.
Right.
So I knew like, okay, this level and this income is probably where I'm gonna max out. So if I don't try something else, this is gonna be my life for like the next 30 years.
Right.
The expenses, they're always coming up. They come out first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just because you got it don't mean you really got it.
Right.
Yes.
So
Hit that account.
it has to hit the account.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The check is in the mail is usually a lie.
Mhm.
Yep. That check always gets lost.
Yeah.
It's like, where's Waldo? I want to thank my guests for coming with me into the ladies' room, for being honest and vulnerable, and really giving some great guidance. And we'll see you next time in the ladies' room.